From Hayes Stadium in North Andover, Massachusetts, CTV3 Sports presents Merrimack Valley Football 1994. This week, the Hamilton Wenham Generals take on the North Andover Scarlet Knights. Hi, folks. I'm John Mallory, set to bring you this battle between the 3-2 Generals and the 5-0 undefeated Scarlet Knights. Hamilton Wenham lost to North Andover last season, 26-15. I want to introduce my broadcast partner, Pedro Gleason. Pedro, let's talk a little bit about this Hamilton Wenham team. They're fighting for their lives now in the Cape Ann League race with 2 losses already, and they're led by Ben Burridge.
Yeah, right. At 3-2, you're struggling. If you want to win, you got to go undefeated the rest of the way, and you got to hope that some other teams lose. They can help out their own problems right now by beating this North Andover club tonight. But Burridge, as you mentioned, he's their key guy on offense and on defense. More importantly, on offense, he's got to get around a tenacious North Andover defense, who really in prime time has not let up a touchdown all season long.
Yeah, they've been impressive. Last week, as we talk about North Andover now, they defeated Amesbury 35-7. The offense is rolling. As you mentioned, the defense is stingy. Tough to stop this team right now, and it's really the best team you've seen in a while, you're telling me.
Yeah, we're impressed with them here at CTV3 this year. I mean, in recent years, we've been here, and they've had great players that they want to thrust out there and have them carry the team. This year, though, they've got good players that make a great team, and that's something a coach really looks for and likes a whole lot.
And the key matchup for this game, there's a great rivalry in the Cape Ann League. You look to the backfield for the key matchup this week, right?
Yeah, the Hamilton Wenham can pull the upset, but they got to get their running game going. They got to get Burridge the ball a lot. They got to get him positive yards, and they got to keep him. He can't get worn down in the fourth quarter. He's got to be healthy and strong. If not, if North Andover comes out and gets their running game going, which we all know sets up everything else in their offense, Hamilton Wenham is going to be in big trouble.
Okay, it's Hamilton Wenham against North Andover. The Scarlet Knights trying to maintain that undefeated mark. We'll have the kickoff for you in just a moment.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. For more than 215 years, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps have responded.
Tom Malloy along with my broadcast partner Pedro Gleason as we bring you this big matchup. The Scarlet Knights come into this game at 5-0. Trying to maintain the undefeated mark. Sean Devan will do the kicking for North Andover. Devan's kick is heading towards the right side of the field, taken there by number 44, Sean Tulich. Tulich still moving, still grinding those feet up over the 45-yard line to the 47, where Hamilton Wenham will take over on the offense. Let's set that offense for you. Backs and receivers, the quarterback, Matt Golet. Tailbacks, Ben Burridge and Charlie Green. The fullback is Mark Burke. Tight ends, Dave Bogdan and Femi Abaji. Along the offensive line, left tackle, Brent Godfrey. Left guard, Will Donovan. The center, Mike Napoleon. The right guard is Mike Pavazzo, and the right tackle is Sean Butler. First and 10, Hamilton Wenham. They start out with the pitch out to the left side. Mark Burke, number 40, with the carry, and we'll take a look at that North Andover defense along the defensive line. Left end, Dave Stevenson. The left tackle is Harold Trombley. Nose guard, Darrell Perry. The right tackle, Randy Smith. Right end, Brian McLaughlin. Linebackers, Sam Valishka and Sean Daly. Cornerbacks, Sean Devan and Steve LaFawn. The safeties, John Ruthier and Chris Long. Second down and 3 for Hamilton Wenham. Coming into this game with a 3-2 mark. The give goes to Ben Burridge. We talked about him in the pregame, Pedro. Burridge, a tough man to bring down. Sam Valishka finally finishes him off, but he is at the 30-yard line of, the 25-yard line of North Andover.
Well, this is what we spoke about in pregame. Hamilton Wenham has to come out, get the ball moving. 2 downs. We watch a little trap play right here. Watch Burridge just come right up. See the guard pulling there, right up the gut, right in the middle. The heart of this North Andover defense, where you really don't suspect that Hamilton Wenham is going to have too much success. But right now, we're having a plethora of it.
Yes, good word to start out. 8:51 remaining in this first quarter. Again, the Generals go to the ground. This time, North Andover reads it well as they head over the left side of that Hamilton Wenham offensive line. Again, it was Ben Burridge on the carry.
So far, Hamilton Wenham has used 3 different running backs, which is good. You know Burridge is what North Andover is going to key on. You can get other guys getting positive yards for you.
Second down and 11. Carrying the ball is Mark Burke for Hamilton Wenham, number 40. So the Generals keeping it on the ground. They've stalled just a bit here at the 26-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage. And a timeout is called by Mike Fisher, the head coach of the Hamilton Wenham Generals.
Strategy timeout. Problem is they're running plays in. And obviously, it's the same team coming in. So you're only running about 30 yards. The amount of distance you're running, the amount of knowledge that you will forget going into that huddle. You're all excited, and you're coming in, and all of a sudden the quarterback's supposed to play, and you say, I don't know.
Right.
That looks like that was the case. I can remember having that happen to me a couple of times, and you're like, now what do I do? If I don't run the play called, I get in trouble. You don't have a play to begin with, and you waste the time out. You have to go face your head coach.
Right. Now Burge sets up behind center, and he's running to the left side right off the snap. Still moving, Ben Burge cutting to the inside. He's still going, and he takes it into the end zone.
Now I don't know much about Hamilton Wenham, but you gotta figure that might be a new play they put in this week, putting Burge under. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was seeing things. I was like, where is he? He's under center. He's rolling out.
Now Golard comes back into the game, number 12. So Ben Burge lining up at quarterback, right behind center, took the snap and took it in. 6-0 Generals, just like that. North Andover must be stunned.
They're lining up for one.
Golard will attempt the point after. Burge to hold. Gollard's kick is up, and it is good. So the Hamilton Wenham Generals, with an impressive drive, highlighted by Mr. Ben Burge, lead 7-0 with 7:44 remaining in the first quarter. And Mike Fisher going to the bag of tricks, Pedro.
Here we see the touch of Burge is on the center. Here he is rolling out. He actually looks like he's going to pass, but no, there was a pulling guy there, and there were guys pulling in that play we didn't see. That play, you got to believe, was put in this week, and you wonder how many times they can go to that now. Maybe there probably is a pass option off of it also.
Yeah.
The strategy worked well. You probably want to run it first, get a big gainer or a touchdown. Now you use it again in the second half or so and throw the ball.
Well, a great call by Mike Fisher. It certainly caught the Knights by surprise, as they could not catch Ben Burge, and he took it in for the score. Matt Golard, the normal quarterback, we'll say, for the Hamilton Wenham Generals, will do the kicking off. Golard's kick right down the middle of the field. Taken there, and heading ahead of the field, and brought down. Chris Long puts an exclamation point to start out North Andover's offensive series, and let's set that offense for North Andover. Backs and receivers. The quarterback is John Ruthier, halfback Sean Daly, and Dave Stevenson. The wide receiver is Steve LaFawn. Tight end Sam Velishka and Louis Sanchez. Along the offensive line, left tackle Harold Trombley, left guard Darrell Perry. The center is Nathan Abel, right guard Brian McLaughlin, and right tackle Randy Smith. So Chris Long found a seam, and a nice return to get things going for the Knights, trailing 7-0 with 7:38 remaining in the first quarter. Sam Velishka goes in motion to the left side. North Andover on the ground. Going to the left side of that offensive line, Dave Stevenson with the opening carry. And we'll set that Hamilton Wenham defense for you. Along the defensive line, the left end is Sean Butler. Left tackle Brent Godfrey. The nose guard is Femi Abaji. Right tackle Matt D'Amato. The right end is Charlie Green. The linebackers Mike Favazzo, Joe Miles, and Sean Tulich. Cornerbacks Mark Burke and Ben Burge. The safety is Matt Golard. 2nd and 5 for North Andover. Ruthier keeps it himself, and he is brought down. In on the stop, Charlie Green, number 32 for Hamilton Wenham. We'll tell you that the officials for tonight's football game, the referee is Al LeGros, umpire Tom Brow, the headlinesman is Steve Ross, and the judge is Rich Canavo.
If we're going to watch this replay, this time Ruthia keeps the ball. Hamilton Wyndham was right there. The defense. That's North Andover's, cash cow right there. They love that play. They have so many options off of that, running and passing. And if Hamilton Wyndham can stuff that, North Andover's going to have to reach deep into that bag of tricks.
Loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for North Andover. This is Ruthier now. He fakes the handoff and looks to throw. Once again, Charlie Green was in the backfield. Ruthier runs it out himself, breaks a couple tackles, still moving, puts his head down and goes out of bounds. Flags on the play.
I don't know too many quarterbacks who roll out, put their head down, and knock over linebackers. But Ruthier did just then.
And we await the indication. Call's going to go against the Scarlet Knights. And this will march them back.
But the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Keep their down. Hamilton Wyndham. Adam Sack. Somebody there was in the backfield. Didn't get him down. Had every chance to stop him before the line of scrimmage. I would be a bit surprised if North Andover runs that same play. There were 3 guys wide open downfield.
The ball is marked at Hamilton Wyndham's 42-yard line, where it will be 3rd down and 8 for North Andover. Stevenson goes in motion to the right side for John Ruthier. The quick out goes to Steve LaFond. Weaving his way through traffic, LaFond is finally brought down at about the 25-yard line.
A naked screen out there with a couple of lead blockers. And LaFond just makes the most of it. It's a little alleyway out there. It's a very dangerous play. Because that ball's tipped or intercepted, it's an automatic 6 for the defense. And also, you see on offense, it can be used vitally as well.
1st and 10 North Andover. They trail 7-0 with 5 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Ruthier gives the ball up. Boy, he is so slippery with that handoff. That one went to Mr. number 29, Sean Daly.
That's a big play. I mean, Hamilton Wyndham knows it. That is something that you don't even have to stress in film day with your Hamilton Wyndham. You're going to see it every game, and these kids know that this is the play. If you stop it, you got a great chance of beating North Andover. If you don't, it's going to be another 41-0 halftime speech.
Right. 2nd down and 4, gain of 6 on that previous play. Scarlet Knights keeping it on the ground. Dave Stevenson with the carry, and he brings it up close to the 15-yard line. I mentioned that was the game against Pentucket earlier in the year. We were here for that. They, being the Scarlet Knights, rolled up a 41-0 lead at the half. Ended up winning that game 41-24. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line of the Generals. 3rd down and 1 for the Knights. Ruthier keeps it himself, bursts through the line and gets the 1st down.
Well, Ruthier can sneak it, he can roll out. There are plays designed for him to run. We mentioned this North Andover team in general. They don't have the big names as big as they had in recent years.
Yeah.
But I would say this is probably the best team we've seen in recent years.
1st and 10. Handoff goes to Dave Stevenson. Stevenson is driven back to about the 14-yard line. See if they give him forward motion on that. Ball will be spotted at about the 12.
I will say one thing. We are well over 100 yards away from where the ball is right now. In a booth with glass in front of it, we can hear those studs coming right in. There is a lot of popping going on down there.
Yeah, they're not fooling around out there. 3 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in this first quarter. 2nd down and 10 for the Scarlet Knights. Trailing 7-0. And Ruthier is going to be called as he sort of pulled away from the center early there, tried to cover up.
Should have just dropped back into the shotgun.
Yeah. Try to fake it, right?
The center was not snapping the ball whatsoever. He thought the count was, he didn't even move. And Ruthier pulled back, and he still was down in the stand. He thought Hamilton Wyndham went offside.
Steve LaFawn, number 42, checks into the game. LaFawn had a 70-yard punt return for a touchdown last week against Amesbury in a 35-7 victory. Now LaFawn sets up wide to the left side, 2nd down and 15 on the penalty. And Ruthier wants to talk it over. Ball was spotted at the 16, I make it the 17-yard line. And Mike Cavanaugh right in the middle of that huddle right there. Picked up his 100th victory here at North Andover a couple weeks back in that Pentucket game. Hoping for a few more and perhaps a trip to postseason and a Super Bowl in Division IV later this year.
North Andover stole Hamilton Wyndham's seat. Kid just running across the field. That is going to be the most unpleasant experience in all of football. When you're told, hey, go. That's our ball. Go get it.
Yeah.
Go get our tee. You're in North Andover. You're beating them 7-0.
Ball is at Hamilton Wyndham's 17-yard line. 3 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in this first quarter of play. 2nd down and 15 for North Andover. Chris Long sets up wide left. Ruthier looking to throw. It's off the hands of Steve LaFawn. Coverage on the play by Ben Burridge.
Very uncharacteristic. Steve LaFawn right there. You won't see that too often. Watch this. He's going to do an out pattern. He's live with the wide receiver. He's wide open. It just goes a little high. It goes right through his hands.
Burridge was over there, as well as number 40, Mark Burke, for Hamilton Wyndham. 3rd down and 15 for North Andover. Ruthier drops back, looking to throw to the right side, and it's overthrown, intended for Chris Long, number 13.
Long slipped on the play, but he made his cut early. Ruthier threw the ball right to the field. He threw the ball, I think, where the play was designed. Right, he almost hit the pylon in the end zone.
4th down and 15 now for North Andover.
I like to see these guys kick a ball. These teams have kids who can kick the ball.
Sean DeVan, yeah, he's a capable kicker. Might be a bit out of his range, so they'll go for it on 4th down and 15. Ruthier looking to throw. Has a lot of pressure, fires over the middle, has a man, and hauling it in. Say hey, Sam Velishka. Touchdown, North Andover.
Here he is, the big guy. A beautiful catch. 2 Pentucket. In all honesty, that ball should have been knocked down. Should have been, maybe not intercepted. Of course, down, you want to knock it down. He had no right coming up with that ball.
That was a great catch by Sam Velishka. Went up to get it, all hands, and brought it down.
They could go just this time to jump there.
Sean DeVan to attempt the point after, try to tie up this ball game. The kick is true, and we are knotted up at 7, so a good ball game here at the outset. 2:52 remaining in the first quarter. We are tied up at 7, and Pedro North Andover did what they had to do there, marching right down the field and answering.
Velishka's in his tight end position on the right. He's running right down field. Now watch it. Someone comes up, just out of he jumped too early. He's looking at Velishka. He knows.
that was Dave Bogdan, number 20 for Hamilton Wyndham, 5'8", 165-pound senior.
But first time North Andover's starting defense is going on.
Yeah.
Their offense struggled a little bit, but on a fourth and long, 4th and 15, all of them showed a lot of poise there. So I know you're excited, you Hamilton Wyndham, and we're up 7-0, but
yeah.
North Andover is not intimidated in the least by that.
Sean DeVan will do the kicking for North Andover, as they have tied up this ball game at 7. DeVan's kick is down the middle of the field, now heading towards the left, and Charlie Green, who muffs it. Oh, and what a hit, and a fumble on the play. Burridge had it momentarily, but he was hit, and it's North Andover football.
No, he was pelted. He's not hit. Watch his play. I mean, this is another. We can hear these studs up here. I have an orbit. The ball right, boom, right there. The ball pops in. He was hit hard by 3 guys.
Public address announcer Chuck Papalia tells us that it was Steve Domenico who came up with the football for the Scarlet Knights.
Unfortunately, they're assisting Burridge off. I mean, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. He must think it's Saturday afternoon and they're in Hamilton Wyndham. He really took a good thud.
Burridge, Mr. All-Everything for Hamilton Wyndham. They can ill afford to lose him for this ball game. He's already done a lot of damage. He is taken to the sideline. Scarlet Knights in business, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line of Hamilton Wyndham. Sean Daly with the carry on 1st down. Gets some good yardage on the play as the clock winds down to 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter. Second down and 3 for North Andover. Threatening to score again. Mark Gaffney sets up wide to the left side on 2nd and 3. Ruthier. Ball is loose. And Hamilton Wenham has it.
Well, that's the problem with the double, triple option play. You do run the risk of if you're in between decisions. But watch the handoff. He never gets the ball. Ruthier thinks, he's giving it to him. And the running back is like, oh, I don't have it.
So the Generals back on the offense. Femi Abaji, number 83, coming up with the football for Hamilton Wenham. So they answer back, pick up a turnover of their own, and they're back on the offense. 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter. Starter on the ground over the left side. We have flags. Ball may have popped loose there, but Hamilton Wenham retains possession. Mark Burke, number 40, with the carry.
No. Hamilton Wenham dodging a bullet there, making up for the ball that they lost.
Ben Burridge is back in the game. He sets up wide to the right side. On the pitch out, this is Mark Burke, who carried last time for Hamilton Wenham. Perhaps giving Burridge here a little bit of a breather and going with Burke in the first couple carries in this series.
It happens all the time, especially in high school football. A kid gets a pop like that, and it rings your bell. You're a little, used to it. A little dizzy for a couple of plays, but I mean, it goes away.
3rd down and 8. Staying with the ground game, and again, it's Mark Burke who's working for every yard he gets.
He didn't get the 1st down, though. Bring in the punt team.
Petros Vogaris and Mike Saul check in for North Andover. 4th down and 4. And the Hamilton Wenham Generals will have to punt. Matt Golert will do the punting. We have flags up. Punt rolls out of bounds. Chris Long and Steve LaFawn were back deep for North Andover. We await the call.
I'm interested to see what this one is. Because when the center snapped the ball, it almost like he stood up and then bent back over to fire the ball down back to the punch. Now, technically, I don't know if that's illegal procedure because the center took the ball.
Well, Al LeGros was talking with Sam Polishka. Procedure call. Scarlet Knights decline territory at the 49-yard line. 22 seconds remaining in this first quarter. First down and 10. 7-7 your score. Handoff goes to Sean Daly. I believe the ball popped loose once again, perhaps on that play. Maybe not. Either way, North Andover retains possession. They get into Hamilton Wenham territory at the 49.
North Andover stopping just a little bit every now and again. For a football game tonight.
Yep, and that is the end of the first quarter. It's been an evenly played first frame. After one, we are knotted up 7-7 from Hayes Stadium.
Yo, kid, wanna get high? What's the matter with you? You scared? You lost, little boy?
You in the wrong place,
To Victor, this isn't just a drawing. It's a cry for help. Every day, real kids like yours live pictures like this. Listen to the children. Fight back against crime. Call this number now and learn how to protect your children from drugs and violence. Together, we will take a bite out.
Second quarter underway here from Hayes Stadium. Second down and 8 North Andover from the 49-yard line of the Generals, and we have flags.
See, the line judge indicated before the call that I was wondering if he was going to call delay a game, and I remember, well, it's not his call.
Yeah.
You can't call delay a game. I was going to say, that's the fastest delay game call I've ever. The tackle must have been not set or still. Maybe he wasn't set, and LaFawn went in motion, which is a penalty.
And they called it.
Yes, they did. That's why they're here.
That'll move the Knights back 5 yards, so it'll be second down and 13. John Ruthier at the helm at quarterback. The pitch out to Dave Stevenson along the right side. He cuts inside, and he's still moving. Finally brought down by Femi Abaji, number 83. So a fine run for Dave Stevenson.
Credit Stevenson. That play looked like it was going nowhere. Hamilton Wenham had it strung out. You gotta string this out, make him run laterally, not upfield, and he does, and and then there's a gap, and he bursts right through it. Credit, he really waited behind the blockers. He didn't get nervous and cut upfield before there's a little alleyway that will form there.
Ball is at Hamilton Wenham's 44-yard line. Third down and 3 for North Andover. On the carry this time, it's Sean Daly, and he brings it up just shy of the 30.
Nice little trap play right there, fullback trap.
Pedro, they have so many weapons coming out of that backfield with Sean Daly and Dave Stevenson. Steve LaFawn lines up at a wide receiver. So many weapons. You talked about this running game against Amesbury last week. They rushed for over 240 yards. You can just go down the line. Against North Reading earlier in the year, they rushed for almost 300 yards as a team. So they can really move the ball on the ground. First and 10. Ruthier has it himself. Trying to shake a tackler. He does.
Ball pop
Chase
loose.
down. The ball is loose. A pile up. Early indications that it's Hamilton Wenham's football, and it is. So uncharacteristically, another turnover for the Scarlet Knights, and the Hamilton Wenham Generals will take over on the offense. What's happening down there? Are they going for the ball?
I think they're becoming victim of the what? It's that fake, quarterback option play, and he gets stood up. I don't think they went for the ball.
No.
One of the defenders came in to tackle him, and as Ruthier slid off, he ended up putting the ball like right in place of his shoulder pad.
Yeah.
And he kissed it right out.
regardless, we have a 7-7 ball game with 8:47 remaining in the first half of play, and Hamilton Wenham trying to take advantage of another forced turnover. Matt Golett, the quarterback, handing off and heading over the right side of that offensive line.
North Andover, I think, is falling prey to that much-hated CTV3 curse that we put on these teams lately.
Mark Burke on the carry there, number 40, and with Ben Burge a little bit shaken up a few plays back, Burke is now becoming sort of the workhorse. So we haven't seen Burge handle the ball in quite a while since that injury.
Like I said, you mentioned he's not very big.
Pitch out goes to Mark Burke, taking some tacklers with him. Sean Daly, among others, in on the stop for North Andover.
Credit Burke on that. He did all that work himself. But, Burge is, he's a little guy.
Yeah.
5'6", 165, and this North Andover team, the way they've been thudding people out
Right.
there, you might want to, hopefully, it's still knotted here.
It sets up a 3rd and 1 for the Generals. And timeout is called by Matt Golert.
That's an awful suspicious timeout.
Well, Mike Fisher's team came out, Pedro, in their opening drive, marched right down the field, highlighted by a couple fine runs by Ben Burge. The last one where he lined up at quarterback and just raced around the left side, cut inside, and scored. North Andover with a nice drive to follow that up, culminated by a nice grab in the end zone by Sam Velishka on a touchdown reception from John Ruthier. And that's where we stand right now.
And there it is. 7-7.
The North Andover Scarlet Knight cheerleaders, a fine and talented group, as always. Cheering the boys on as they attempt to go 6-0 on the season. And it's been an impressive 6-0, to say the least. The offense rolling up anywhere from 30 to 40 points on any given week. They gave up 24 points in the game against Pentucket, but it was strictly garbage time.
Yeah, you hate to say it, but the whole second half, when you're up 41-0 in the first half, first thing the coach says in the locker room, he gets his JVs, he gets his substitutes ready for the second half. You guys are,
Yep.
going right in. Get ready.
3rd down and 1 for the Generals. Mark Burke with the carry in the first down. Stopped there by John Ruthier, number 12, so they'll move the chains for the Generals. 7 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in this second quarter of play.
Well, we're stalemated here because of this. Hamilton Wenham has got their running game, and it's not clicking on all cylinders, but it's moving. And that's what we said, in pregame and everything. If they can get going, North Andover's in for a battle.
Again, the handoff goes to Mark Burke, running over the right side of that Hamilton Wenham offensive line. Mike Favazzo over there and Sean Butler, Mike Napoleon the center, doing a nice job blocking.
Well, they haven't seen much. Now I'm beginning to wonder. Burge isn't seeing the ball at all. So
Yeah, 2nd down and 8.
until now.
Ben Burge, and he is stacked up.
The last couple of plays he had, after that last, not this play, the play preceded it, he kind of looked over to the sideline like, hey, how about it? I'm all right, but, let's go. But I think when he gets the ball, North Andover, like I said, they're keying on him so much that they notice that, oh, now he's in the backfield. So, let's really tighten up here. And they're yelling that out on the field. The linebackers are telling the down linemen where he is.
Harold Trombley in on that stop for North Andover, having an outstanding season along the line. This is Golett rolling to the right side, now firing over the middle behind Abaji, who was open but couldn't come up with it.
Wide open coming across the field from his tight end position. Really a nice play. They ran the slot back out into the flat. They ran one guy doing a Z out, as they call it, runs in the middle of the field and back to the sideline. Everybody went that way, leaving that drag wide open across the middle.
So on 4th down and 8, Hamilton Wenham will have to punt. Matt Golett to do the chores. Steve LaFond and Chris Long are back deep for the Scarlet Knights. Snap is a bit high. It's a short kick by Golert and goes out of bounds. So the Knights left decent field position at their own 44-yard line, trying to crack this stalemate. 7-7, 5's a wild. 5:55 remaining in the second quarter.
Thank you, Vin Scully.
I thought you were going to say Jack Barry from the old Jokers line.
Vin Scully invented it. It was 2 on, 2 out, 2-2, bottom of the second, 2-2 to count. So Deuces wild. Of course, doing that in the Dodger game, for which he calls all the Dodgers.
Thank you.
You're welcome. A little bit of trivia there.
You broadcasting historian, you.
Useless knowledge.
1st and 10. Mark Gaffney going in motion left. Pitch out goes to Dave Stevenson, and Stevenson is stacked up and brought down. Sean Tulich, number 44, in on the stop for Hamilton Wenham, 5'10", 160-pound, only a sophomore. Nice play for the youngster. Luis Sanchez checks out of the ball game for the Scarlet Knights. Louis a load, number 96, 6'3", 240 pounds, a senior.
He's a big one.
2nd and 10. Ruthier rolling right, and he tucks it in. Still moving. Ruthier smashing his way for first down yardage.
Yeah, exactly.
On the stop, Ben Burridge, also over there for Hamilton Wenham.
They almost had him right. You're going to see 64 from Hildy. Oh, he comes over the guy and just misses. Greta Ruthier showing some speed on that play to get around the end. He's being pursued, and he just flat outran the Hamilton Wenham front line and linebacker.
Brent Godfrey also over there to help out for the Generals. 1st and 10, North Andover. 4:57 remaining in the second quarter. Now the handoff goes to Stevenson. Stevenson is stacked up after a short gain.
Give you a fit scouting this North Andover team. They run counters, misdirections, 2 or 3 options on plays. And if you can do that well at this level in high school, you're going to be very successful. That's why North Andover is. These kids can run these plays.
Gain of 1 for Stevenson. It'll be 2nd down and 9 now for North Andover. LaFawn goes in motion to the left side. Ruthier drops back to pass. A lot of pressure from Abigy, and Steve LaFawn has the dropsies tonight.
Dropsies. Yeah, and he knows it too, unfortunately. A screenplay, they let everybody come in. There's a line going out. I tell you, he had about one guy to beat. And I think LaFawn, not so much on that play, he was concentrating more on the run afterwards.
Yeah, you could see his head turn before he
He
caught
knew
it.
that there was, green pastures ahead of him.
So it will set up a 3rd down and 9 for North Andover. Ruthier throwing over the middle and incomplete. The man was all alone. It was Sam Belishka who has North Andover's lone touchdown on a reception earlier in the game. But this one falls incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th down for the Scarlet Knights. As the weather gets colder, it gets tougher to say Belishka.
It's tough to say.
Although you'd think after his, seeing
July
his brothers Ben and John, I'd be able to do that. But don't ever accuse me of intelligence. Timeout is called by the men in black, the Scarlet Knights.
This was not a planned timeout. I'll tell you that much. Barry Humphries, assistant coach, basically threw the walkie-talkie, his clipboard is all down to the ground.
Barry Humphries, in addition to being a real character, is also a member of the North Andover High School Athletic Hall of Fame.
Did he get a free car?
A great multi-sport star in Nightland. Back when they played in the Lowell Suburban League. Huh? How about
Lowell Suburban League.
Yep.
Now, what teams compromise the...
He told me
Surprise,
during an interview, but I wasn't listening.
Lowell
Just kidding.
You gotta
No,
figure
I remember him mentioning a couple teams, but it escapes me now.
Lowell
Maybe
Suburban.
Chelmsford and teams
Yeah,
like
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah. On 4th and 9, the Scarlet Knights will have to punt. Ruthier will do the honors. Ball hits turf.
Stay away from it.
takes a decidedly North Andover bounce and is down by Dave Stevenson at the 6-yard line.
It's amazing. These kids know football. They really
Yep.
do. They know the ins and outs. They know the players. They know the penalties. They know the. But you can never get 11 kids to stay away from a punt all at once.
Yeah.
No matter who it is, who we're playing, whether it be the teams that we cover or the teams they're opposing.
Yeah.
There's always one guy giving a coach fits on the other side, running near the ball.
I want to tell you see that in the pros too. Sometimes even it's tough. 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in this second quarter. We're tied up 7-7. The Hamilton Wenham Generals, 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Now, right now, Hamilton Wenham, if nothing else, needs a first down. Because, as we've noticed before, the punting been a little, we watched the kid warm up, and he was booting the ball 50 yards. And they haven't had, much success tonight, unfortunately, punting the ball. Of course, no team wants success punting the ball.
Right.
But, I mean, if they have to punt from their end zone.
Gain of 2 for the Generals. Burridge with the carry. Maybe getting his wits back a little bit as he takes a few tacklers with him and gets up close to first down yardage.
And they're going to give him the first down.
So that's nice to see. Ben Burridge back carrying the football. Took a wicked hit on a return earlier in the half.
And if he is a little dizzy, well, then bang him up before the next game. He's playing great so far.
It works.
Yeah. Wherever you are, kids, stay this way.
It is a first down for Hamilton Wenham.
Oof. Oh,
Flags everywhere. Stand up and salute.
I tell you, Hamilton Wenham on that play must have moved 3 different times. The guard moving, all the North Andover kids were pointing at the guard who moved, and the refs really didn't, because it was a slight move. And then the tight end jumped offside. So I guess one is making up for the other.
Procedure call goes against Hamilton Wenham. North Andover cheerleaders doing their stuff on the sidelines. First and 15. Oof. On the ground, grinding those legs, Mark Burke, number 40.
And watch this play. This kid is tough because Sam Valiska is like anchored on his
Yeah.
leg, and he's dragging him with the other leg. Valiska had that other leg tied up.
Burke weighs 190, but you can add in 205 that he was carrying there with him,
Yeah.
so about 395 pounds of,
I mean, his right
of
leg was
runner
just
right
doing
there.
all the work and dragging Valiska.
2nd and 10. And nowhere to go for Matt Golett. Randy Smith et al. In there on the stop for North Andover.
That was a broken play. Confusion all over the backfield.
And Golett heads to the sidelines to talk things over with the Brain Trust.
According to the clock, we have a true 2-minute warning. There are
Oh.
exactly 2 minutes left on that clock.
2 minutes remaining, and what a fine job Kenny Wedge and the folks at North Andover DPW have done on this field with the painted numbers, the red trim, the nice N and A, the Squire emblem in the middle.
Well, they're not going to have a GL in the middle of the
On
field.
either
as much
side
as
of
I'd
the
like to see it,
50-yard
I don't
line.
think they're going to have that.
A very nice job. Looks very good. And there is a beautiful shot courtesy of our director, Jim Bergamot. Hamilton Wenham keeping it on the ground. Not even close to enough for a first down.
No, that play was basically nice and safe to get your punting room.
That was Burridge on the carry. And it will bring up a 4th down and 8 for the Generals.
We're calling timeout to stop the clock.
Chris Long and Steve LaFawn will set up deep. And don't the Hamilton Wenham Generals look like the old Dallas Cowboys right there? Don't they?
Well, they didn't have that star on it.
Well,
It
the
was
star
going for
looks just like the
but,
Cowboys helmet.
Those more or less look like Detroit Lion uniforms.
But the helmet looks like the Cowboys.
Well, all right, the helmet does. Fine. But you say the whole uniform. I'm saying no,
Well,
the
they
uniform
do.
looks
Silver pants, the white shirt. It's similar.
and it looks like they're going for it.
On 4th and 8.
Ah.
And now they will punt as Golert sets up.
Better kick.
Kick is up, a nice kick. Taken by Steve LaFawn. Perhaps thinks about the lateral. And just does get into Hamilton Wenham territory.
Now,
Mark Burke was down there on the coverage for Hamilton Wenham.
I know I'm a cynic,
Uh-huh.
but you had 8 yards to go. I would save that play for a 4th and 3, 4th and 4.
Yeah.
So if they do jump offside, you get 5 yards and the first down.
Exactly.
Because at this stage, it's 7-7. You use that play. Of course, later on in the game, they might come out, line up like that, and North End will just say, oh, they're going to switch back into it anyways, and then they run the play.
So good field position for North Andover and plenty of time, 1:36 remaining in the half. Ruthia looking to throw to the right side, an incomplete intended for Mark Gaffney.
I tell you, there have been 3 or 4 balls tonight that have been dropped by North End that really, honestly, they should have been caught. I mean, these kids, this is a talented football team, and they know it too.
Mark Gaffney, of course, the brother of Matt Gaffney, and of course, John Gaffney, played here at North Andover. John is now coaching with his old mentor, Mike Cavanaugh. I don't mean he's an old man. I mean he's Gaffney's old coach.
Well,
not that he's a young man.
What is it, a prereq? Is it a prereq that you have to have a brother or 2 to play on the North Andover team?
I think so. Good bloodlines here. 2nd and 10. Ruthier again looking to throw. Pumps and runs. Still moving, spins away, and is finally brought down. Sean Butler, number 63, in on the stop for Hamilton Wenham.
Close to first down yardage on that play also. Yeah, the kid knows when to run. I mean, he's got a great arm.
Yeah.
Hamilton Wenham is on top of him here. Watch 3 guys get in on him. And he just takes off with it.
Charlie Green got a load of shirt from behind, but Ruthier got away. It took Butler to come up and make the final stop. 1:16 remaining in the second quarter. It's 7-7 your score. And a 3rd down and 2 for North Andover, who would like nothing better than to put some points on the board heading into the locker room.
Seeing how they get the ball back to start the second half.
Yes. On 3rd and 2. Ruthier rolling right. Now he tucks it in and he'll run. He has the first down and a lot more. Finally brought out of bounds. Joe Miles, number 38, the touchdown-saving stop for Hamilton
now watch
Wenham.
this play. Watch all the linemen. They're downfield right now. They're pulling guard there. This was a running play from the get-go. A run to perfection, I might add.
He reminds me, that being John Ruthier, a lot of Jason Danella and what he did for Methuen in 1992,
oh, yeah.
culminating in a championship.
Yep.
Because like Danella, he can throw the football, and he's so slippery with the misdirection plays and the fake handoffs. Very similar. Look at that fake handoff and the throw to Mark Gaffney. Gaffney is inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah. Gaffney came off the line of scrimmage, and there was nobody around. He was jumping up and down. Watch him. He's going to start throwing his arms right there. He's throwing his arms up in the air. He knew he was open. I don't think he was the primary receiver in that play, but he turned himself into it.
Dave Bogdan, among others, in on the stop for Hamilton Wenham. 1st and goal. And a touchdown, North Andover.
Let me tell you something. Just by the way that the team was lined up and the way Ruthier came out, you knew that was going to be a sneak. He came out scouting the line, looking for a gap.
Sean DeVan will set up for the point after. Ruthier to hold. And it is good. So the Scarlet Knights go up 14-7 with 49 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah, watch this touch. Watch. We didn't get the very beginning of it. Ruthier comes walking up to the line, just sort of looking for a place to go.
John Ruthia doing it himself. Scoring the touchdown for North Andover, so now he and Sam Velishka have scored in this game for the Scarlet Knights.
See, do we have another? Yeah, see, well, look at him. Look at him. He's walking up. He knows. He knows. And he was looking all the way down the right side of the line for somewhere to go.
As if you're a defensive lineman, don't blink.
Yeah.
Because he's that quick.
You got to.
So the Hamilton Wenham Generals will have 49 seconds to work with. Field position very important here as Sean Devan gets set to kick off for the Scarlet Knights. Ben Burge, the deep man. It's a short kick to the right side. Taken by one of the up men for Hamilton Wenham.
I wouldn't blink if I'm catching a ball on the kickoff like that.
Taken by number 86 of Hamilton Wenham. We do not have an 86 on our roster.
If you're wondering why your TV went dead, we're both looking for an 86 on our rosters.
We just don't have
And we don't have him, so. Of course, if he catches a ball like that and hesitates again, we won't need to call his number. The way these two teams are going at each other.
It's interesting, the Hamilton Wenham roster.
Yeah.
It's not in numerical order.
Or alphabetical.
Or by class.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's really, I think it's who showed up to practice
Yes.
first. Just letting you in on a little bit of stuff up here in the booth. 1st and 10. Now Burge again lining up at the quarterback position. Rolling right, he throws downfield, and it's caught by Mark Burke. Burke still moving, and finally taken down.
Well, they have timeout, so it doesn't matter. We've got to.
Brian McLaughlin on the stop for
We saw
North
this play
Andover.
earlier. This Burge rolling out. He wants to run. See right there, but he pulls up. And there, he just dumps it off. Little dump pass to Burke, who takes it for a nice piece of change right there.
So a big play for the Generals. 37 seconds remaining in the half.
Hey, credit Burridge on that, selling that run and to the very last. I think it was Big Ben was on top of him.
Yeah. Again, it's Burridge. Again looking to throw, and he almost completed it to Burke once again. Sean Devan laid a wallop on the intended receiver, Mark Burke, and it falls incomplete.
See, you're rolling him out to his left side, which is not natural for because he's not a quarterback anyways.
It's a catchable ball, though, Pedro.
It is, but not when Sean Devan comes up and loosens your fillings for you. He's rolling him out to his left. The kid's not the quarterback to begin with.
Yeah.
And then he sends him the opposite way.
Burridge was shaken up earlier in the game. Once again, he sets up behind center. Bit of movement. Charlie Green, an overachieving play there, we'll call it.
A little bit excited. It's only half a minute on the clock, and they can smell the goal line. And they want to tie up this game because they don't want to give North Andover the ball back to start the second half and have them go in and score.
Yep.
So we'll see if they put Golet back underneath the center.
2nd down and 15. It's 14-7. North Andover with the lead. Golet is back under center. The reverse goes to Ben Burridge. So some way, somehow, he is going to touch the football for Hamilton Wenham.
He lined up at the slot back that time. And watch, he's in the slot back, and he comes right there. He's coming in from the left, and they run a little trap play for him. Interesting to have both teams running all these misdirections and counters. And
yeah, Mike Fisher not afraid to mix it up a little bit offensively.
Well, we saw that early in the game. Burridge was lining up at the slot, and they weren't giving him the ball. Obviously, trying to sell those power sweeps with Burridge in the slot to set up this play.
Clock is down to 23 seconds now remaining in the half. 3rd down and 9 for Hamilton Wenham, trying to answer back after the Knights score. John Ruthia with a short plunge to give the Scarlet Knights the lead in this one. There's your story. Score, but also let you know where you are. Alva Hayes Stadium. Golet to throw. The flare pass goes to Burke. He has the first down. Looking for more room, and he goes down inside the 10-yard line. Big play. First down for Hamilton Wenham. 15 seconds on the first half clock.
What's this? I think Burridge just comes out of his slot back. He does a little curl right there on the right side of your screen, and what a run. Look at this. Got to protect that ball, though.
And that is Burridge. Check
Yep.
that, not Burke. They look very similar.
So Hamilton Wenham mixing things up, getting the ball to this. You know, we said if this kid gets going. Tell you, what an exciting play. I mean, he's only 5'6".
Yeah.
Not very tall. He's not very big at 165.
Should have known that was Burridge. He's been the man for them.
Right. Now we see he's lined. Where is he lined up now?
First and goal from the 9. Golert back to throw, has some pressure, fires
Oh.
into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Oh. Honestly, I mean, I hate this.
John Ruthier coming up with the INT for North Andover, so Hamilton Wenham's drive goes for naught.
That, I almost don't even want to say this, but that was a bad pass. So let's watch this. He's getting pressure right up the middle. I don't know if he saw someone coming across, or if he's trying to throw it out of the end zone, but he did almost kind of throw it up for grabs.
Yeah. Closest man to it was Dave Bogdan, number 20.
With pressure like that, the best thing to do is as hard as you can, just throw it out of bounds.
That could come back to haunt the Generals later in this game as they were moving. Ruthier will run it himself, spinning, must be dizzy by now. Burridge got a hand on him to
Hamilton
bring him
Wenham
down. 2 seconds remaining.
better be careful. You know, they're kind of, you know, thinking this is the NFL where
Yeah.
the guy's going to come out and, you know, Ruthier will take off on you.
And time has run out in this first half of play. A very entertaining one. What we'd expect from these great Cape Ann League rivals. North Andover with a John Ruthier touchdown plunge pulls ahead. They lead 14-7 over Hamilton Wenham as we head to the locker room.
Just the thought of losing you brings out my love so true. Hurting you is the last thing I would ever do. I'm taking care of you.
Do a good turn for the earth. A community service thought from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
If we don't slow down global warming fast.
As we get set to start the second half of football. Touchdowns for North Andover. Sam Velishka with a touchdown reception. John Ruthier with a 2-yard plunge. Ben Burridge on a nice play, setting up behind center, took it in for Hamilton Wenham. The Generals led 7-0 in this game. Scarlet Knights came back, took the lead in the second quarter. We'll tell you that the captains for North Andover High School are John Ruthier and Sam Velishka. For the Hamilton Wenham Generals, Ben Burridge. Number 10, number 20, Dave Bogdan. And number 64, if I could find him on my non-numerical roster, Mike Favazzo. Knights will get the ball to open up this second half of play. Matt Golert will do the kicking. And now
Oh.
Burke comes up and kicks the ball to the left side. North Andover covers up.
Not to be a cynic or a critic, but if I'm going to run that play, I think I'm going to send everybody in motion. Because, you know, it was blatant. Was it Favazzo kicked the ball? He just got up and ran right at it. So, you got to figure something's coming. But if everyone runs at the same time, the North Andover men, the
Yeah.
front line, then going to react and move back down the field and set up their wedge, and you might get the ball back.
So 1st and 10 for the Scarlet Knights at their own 42-yard line. John Ruthier at quarterback. Sam Velishka goes in motion to the left side. Handoff goes to David Stevenson. starts things out for North Andover on the ground, brings it up to the 48-yard line. Luis Sanchez comes out of the game for North Andover. Chris Long checks in. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Scarlet Knights, trying to build on a 14-7 lead. Just underway, 9:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Ruthier on the handoff. Cutting through the middle, Steve LaFawn. Steve LaFawn brings it into Hamilton Wenham territory. 1st down, North Andover. Impressive run there.
They're running a little trap play. Line up at the slot position. Had him coming through the watch him. He's lined up on the left side. And look at him come right down the middle there. And he's, the Hamilton Wenham going for that ball. LaFawn holding on tightly there.
See the versatility there of Steve LaFawn. He's been having trouble catching the ball in this game.
Making
Dropped
up
a
for
couple passes, but
pass there.
he's so versatile that he can kill you on the ground too. 1st and 10, North Andover. Ruthier keeps it himself, struggling for yardage.
He didn't let that play develop that time.
Yeah. Mike Napoleon, number 50, making the initial hit for Hamilton Wenham on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Knights. Steve LaFawn sets up wide to the right side. Ruthier fakes the handoff, keeps it himself over the left side, finally dragged down about 3 yards short of a 1st down.
I tell you, the way North Andover runs their option and the fullback traps and everything, I love that play. Fake the dive. You know, we saw it last week in the Chelmsford. Chelmsford ran the play a lot with a great success. Fake the dive. All the linebackers, Brunwell will get sucked in, and then the quarterback just spins out and runs the opposite way right down the line.
Is there something defensively Hamilton Wenham can do to put more pressure on Ruthier and keep him from moving around back there? Tell me after this play. Think about that. Again, the fake handoff. Ruthier keeping it himself, almost the exact same play, and he'll pick up 1st down yardage. Go ahead.
First of all, Ruthier is a tough kid, and he's tough to bring down. So you got to tackle. You got to get both arms, and you got to, you got to drill this kid into the ground, make him know it's a bit. Nobody has done that to him this year. This is a kid who runs over defenders. Defenders don't come after this kid with vengeance because he's going to pop them. Number 1. Number 2 is they just got to stay at home and read their keys and not get sucked into the face.
1st and 10 from the Generals' 30-yard line. Pitch out goes to Dave Stevenson. Stevenson waits for a block and gets one. Still moving, cutting to the inside, and he finally goes down.
Just mentioning the toughness of number 12, Ruth. Who do you think threw that block? What's the block he throws? He pitches the ball. Now look, he's running out. Boo, he takes out the linebacker, Papazio, right there.
Yep.
Allowing Stevenson to gain more yardage. So, I mean, he runs, he blocks, he kicks.
It's pretty good. 1st and 10, North Andover. They are driving in their opening drive of this 2nd half. 6:56 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Hand off to Dave Stevenson, a little dive play, not much action there for David.
And to be honest with you, when that play comes up in the huddle, I know he's not thrilled, because 1, he's got to pitch the ball to somebody else. And 2, he's got to then run out in front of him and block. I'm sure there are better plays in the playbook of North Andover that he prefers to call.
Right into the teeth of that Hamilton Wenham defense. Godfrey Abhijit D'Amato in on the stop for the Generals. 2nd and 8. Ruthier steps back, takes it himself, brings it inside the 10-yard line up to about the 7.
I mean, the case in point right there, Ruthier was on the line of scrimmage. Watch him. They just don't tackle him. Watch, right here, he should be 2 guys. They don't tackle him. So not going to wrap him up. That's why he is, I think, one of the reasons he has great success running the ball. People just do not tackle this kid.
Good look at John Ruthier. They're the leader of this North Andover offense. They'll spot the ball at the 6-yard line, setting up a 3rd down and 1 for North Andover.
Sneak.
And there it is. Pile of humanity. Let's see if he picked up the first. Looks like he did.
Hamilton Wenham, I mean, one you got to realize is 3rd and 1. I mean, that's almost an automatic call. Short yardage is a sneak, especially at the high school level. too, when it's a sneak, Ruthier kind of straggles up to the line, and he's like a cat. He's just sort of walking up, and then he's going to pounce. And Hamilton isn't picking that up.
It is indeed a first down for North Andover, first and goal from the 5-yard line. Pitch out to Daly. Daly is stuffed at about the 4.
You see the pitch out play here. Sweep just never developed for Daly. Of course, he trips, and that's one of the reasons why.
Burridge comes in basically to cover up. Ball is at the 4-yard line of Hamilton Wenham. This has been an impressive drive for the Scarlet Knights to open the second half of play. Clock down to 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. North Andover leads 14-7. Second and goal from the 3. Ruthier gives it off, and Stevenson scores the touchdown for North Andover.
Another misdirection. Even lined up at the tailback position. Just a trap right up the gut. Hamilton had a chance to stop him, but once again, they're not tackling.
Good blocking by the North Andover offensive line to set it up, and David Stevenson, who's having a nice game for North Andover, brings it in for the touchdown. Scarlet Knights lead 20-7. Sean Devan will attempt the point after. Ruthier to hold. And the kick is blocked. Joe Miles got a bunch of hand on that one. So the point after will go for naught. And it's 20-7 North Andover.
Miles could have hurt himself on that play. He was so close to the ball when he blocked it.
Miles, 5'7", 165 pounds.
He comes up the middle. No one. Oh, here's the touchdown. I thought this was the extra point.
Stevenson's touchdown there, number 30 for North Andover. Getting onto the score sheet. And the Scarlet Knights have opened the lead, 13 points. 4 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in this third quarter of play. It's a good crowd on hand here for North Andover. Lining the field around the Hayes Stadium scoreboard.
Yeah, we can do a remote from down there sometime. There are more people from like the scoreboard on to the concession stand than there are in the stand.
Yeah.
Every time we come to Hayes Stadium, they get a huge crowd, and more than half of it is down by, I mean, the food's good at the concession stand, don't get me wrong, but it's not back good.
That was Ben Burridge back deep for Hamilton Wenham. Kick is taken by one of the up men for Hamilton Wenham, and the Generals will start out at about their own 33-yard line, and they have to answer back now.
Yeah, this game is beginning to smell like a blowout if Hamilton Wenham can't get another touchdown in Toronto.
The Generals have been very impressive tonight against the, you have to say, heavily favored Scarlet Knights, coming in with the undefeated mark. Hamilton Wenham with 3-2 record. They started out on the ground.
Nothing doing for Burridge right up there, that trap play they've been using.
Ben Burridge was shaken up earlier in the game. He took a short rest and returned. Goller, the quarterback, with the play. Pick up a 1. It'll be second down and 9 for Hamilton Wenham. Handoff goes to Mark Burke. Burke has been impressive tonight. Some hard-nosed running for him.
This is a strong kid.
Yeah.
Burke. I mean, we saw him in the first half dragging a couple of North Andover defenders on a few plays.
Scarlet Knight cheerleaders in action tonight. Everything's so much more festive when you're 5-0, as the Scarlet Knights are.
And up 20-7 in the sixth game. Things just seem easy.
On 3rd and 7. Running the ball, your friend and mine, Ben Burridge. Some misdirections there.
Watch at the end of this play how he gets the first down. Here's a trap. He's running a little deep there.